Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and today is Monday. We had a beautiful day in the market today. We actually saw some green, and we saw a lot of our returns come. But before we get into that, I got to hit you guys with the wealthy word of the week. So this week's wealthy word of the week is commitment. Let's talk about it. So, commitment. Right now, you guys know the market's been coming down day after day, and we've been having a hard time with it, right? But look at today. A day like today, where we get pretty much a lot of the things that we lost on last week back. We know that Friday, we hit a good point where we were temporarily in a bear market for the S&P 500. But look at today, we actually got some major returns in the stock market. We were up 1.86%. Being committed, right? Continue the dollar cost average in so that you see those returns sooner than later. You start to see those profit. Also being committed to our strategy, which was last week's wealthy word of the week. Commitment, committing to the plan, committing to the strategy to continue to do those things that we said we would do. When you commit to your plans, when you commit to yourself, when you commit to your goals, success is no doubt in the near term future. Now, y'all know I gotta hit you with a quote, right? So the quote I got for today, right? Motivation is what gets you started. Commitment is what keeps you going, right? So y'all listen to me. Motivation is what gets you started. Commitment is what keeps you going. So you guys make sure you stay committed to your cause, committed to your goals, committed to your strategy as we continue to get through this market. It's a rough market as we continue to get through life. I mean, really and truly, I know these are wealthy words of the week, but I mean, wealth is a lifestyle, in my opinion. So you got to continue to live every day and live by these words and use these things to keep you going until you achieve your whatever your definition of success is. So that's our wealthy word for the week. So I had to get that to y'all. All right, y'all. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I make videos. So let's do that. Let's talk about the markets. The markets today, we are down. I mean, we were actually green today. I'm sorry, we are green today, but things have come down in the after hours, right? Things have come down in the after hours, and this is something I want y'all to take a look at. So as of right now, the market closed. Dow Jones was up 1.98%. S&P 500 was up 1.86%. The Nasdaq is up 1.59%, and the Russell up 1.10%. While the VIX being down 3.23%. We see a lot of our companies are seeing some good return on a day like today. Good stuff, right? Good stuff. So we love to see that green. However, I'm not sure if this will show me the after hours, so that doesn't show me the after hours. But in the after hours, we are actually down. So looking at the S&P 500, we closed at 397. I want to say 397, and it's actually down $3 right now in the after hours, down 0.69% for the S&P 500. If we checked out the Dow, it would also be down for the day, right? For the after hours. So as of right now, we get a good look at our indexes and things of that nature, but this only shows them how they closed during the market, right? Shows you how they closed during the market. So what I try and do is I kind of come in here and check that out as well. So in the after hours, the Dow is actually still up, which is good for us, right? Well, actually, it may have come down. No, it's still up for us, so it's good. No problems. But the S&P 500 is what's come down in the after hours, and I have an article to support that. So our article is stock futures fall after Dow's 600-point comeback. Stock futures fell in overnight trading on Monday as the market struggled to sustain a comeback rally following weeks of losses. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 130 points or 0.42%. S&P 500 futures dipped 0.89%, and the Nasdaq 100 futures dropped 1.6%. Y'all, and this is in the after hours. So again, I just showed you this right here, showing the gains and how the day closed. But look at the Nasdaq. What did it say? The Nasdaq dropped 1.6%. So that means we pretty much lost everything we gained today in the after hours. So when we wake up tomorrow, we're looking at the market, we probably won't see a lot of red. The moves came as the market staged a rebound from last week's steep market sell-off, which saw the Dow hit its first 8-week low streak since 1923. Y'all, we're breaking history lately, especially with the way this market is going. We're seeing things that we have not seen in history. I mean, what's going on now hasn't been seen since the 30s, where the S&P 500 come down like this as far as inflation in a recession. And I believe they were saying that 1939 was the closest year that kind of correlates to what's going on this year. Because not even 2002, 2008, 2009's recession is similar to this one, because this one seems to be hitting us a lot faster and a lot harder because it's immediate. This entire first 5 months of the year, we've been seeing nothing but red. We had maybe one good week of green. So this week is unlike any other, and we're seeing that. It's constantly saying history is, we can't compare this year to history. So we're gonna definitely see some new things, and I think it's gonna be very interesting on how we come out of this. So since 1923, the S&P 500 briefly fall into bear market territory on an intraday basis. So stocks rallied during Monday's regular trading session as the Dow jumped 618 points, or nearly 2%, following a week of sharp losses. The S&P 500 rose 1.9%, and NASDAQ gained 1.6%. So that's what we got, right? And of course, like I said, we know that these things continue to come up and they go down. But right now, as far as the after hours, we actually taking losses on this. I actually had to take a look at gas price, oil today. We see Brent crude oil actually going up, and we see WTI crude oil is down a little bit, but not enough to make a difference. We're going to continue to see these oil and gas prices continue to rise, which is going to continue to cause issues with inflation in the market. So that's something we got to be aware of, because that's one of our major catalysts right now for this beat down market. One positive thing that I did see, because of course today was a green day, was our fear and greed index. We were at 11 on last Friday, and now today we're at a 14, showing more positivity in the market, especially compared to some of the 8 and 9 days of extreme fear that we saw. So I'm hoping to see us come back to that neutral mark, on the fear and greed index, meaning that people are buying more calls, people are being more bullish and more aggressive in the stock market versus us losing money the way we've been doing over the past several months. Today, I do want to check out the stock heat map just so you guys can kind of see that today is one of those days where it's not just one sector that was show some profits, right? That was green. We see the entire market today actually showing some positive signs. And if you were in today, you're able to make some money, good money to the upside or good money to the downside, because we saw things go pretty much both ways. The market was very volatile today, however, it ended up, and that's one of the days we needed. I'm hoping that these losses that we're taking in the after hours does not negatively affect us too much for this week and inject a little bit more fear into the market, causing us to finally hit that official bear market and hold a bear market in the SP 500. Because so far we've come out of it. We played in a little bit, but we came back out and we were able to bounce back. So that's what I got for you guys today. Right now, the market is just extremely volatile. Again, you know what we're doing. Our plan is, what we're committed to is continue to dollar cost average through. Make sure we continue to add money into our accounts. If we're not dollar cost averaging, that way when this thing is over, we have money in there to buy. We want to make sure we get these things at the lowest prices possible. Continue to do our due diligence. Buy companies that we believe in, really good companies, those big blue cap companies like Apple, index funds like VTI or VOO, the financials, which are definitely set to profit from this inflation deal or the recession deal. So those banks are the ones that's probably gonna come out on top in the end. So just continue to do those things, stay committed to that strategy and that plan. We're gonna achieve success hopefully by the end of this year. If not by the end of this year, next year. I mean, we in this thing for the long run. So I thank you guys for joining the journey to become wealthy. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.